Hello, sunshines. Welcome to Bunnyfish Crafts. I'm your host, Heather, known as Bunnyfish on pretty much all the internet places. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd of April, 2026, and welcome to probably the last vlog of the month. I was editing the second vlog of April and realized that I had too much footage for, not to share, I still want to share it, but for a reasonable length video for me. Do I watch other people's videos that are over an hour? Yes. But for me, that feels like a lot. So I'm just jumping in so that there's a little welcome section at the beginning of the video. And now we're going to jump all the way back to last week. Hey sunshines, it's Friday morning, the 18th, 17th, and here's where I'm at on this blanket. So since I stopped bringing the linen stitch blanket to work last week, or I guess I didn't stop, I just didn't bring it this week, I've been working on this on my lunch breaks or on a sock. This is one of the blankets for one of my coworkers who is going to have a baby. So I'm on the 13th round right now. I think that I made the star blankets 30 rounds each. So that's what I'm going to try for this blanket. I currently have this much left of this skein. This blanket is going to be creams and whites, but it's different yarns. So I don't know if this is going to be enough to get me to the end of the 13th round. If not, I'll be pulling it back to the 12th round and attaching the new ball of yarn. This is just like whites and creams in like soft baby yarns. Also, in my pocket, I have the Partying Up version of the Partying Up and Getting Down socks. And I did a lot yesterday. I definitely did this pink stripe yesterday. So pink and orange. We'll see. Hopefully these get a lot of work today. I also, though, did bring my linen stitch blanket to work on during lunch because I'm on the border. I'm on the third side. I'd really like to get the third side done today. Not on lunch, but today. Managed to stripe in a half today. I also did finish that round of the cream. It did go with a little nugget left, and I started the next ball of cream on the blanket, but did not finish another round. So that's okay. Hey sunshines, look at this! This is the last corner. The blanket is finished. I'm so excited. Yay, that. The campaign was good. Or not the campaign, the session was good of the masquerade campaign. It was kind of fun to watch the players and even the GM not really know the system super great and actually know it better than them. It made my nerdy heart super happy. I did end up starting the new project. It's very tiny. It's only 2 rounds in. Yeah, 2 rounds in. One of my coworkers, the art teacher, her birthday is 10 days before mine. 2 weeks before mine? I don't know. Coming up. Her birthday is coming up. And she really likes teal specifically. I don't have anything teal, but I have this kind of like aqua-y and purple yarn, and I'm going to make her a pair of socks using that. And then I think I'm going to maybe make a pair of socks for my best friend using the leftovers and maybe contrast color for the heels and toes, or maybe do like helical knitting sort of deal. Megan Williams has a pattern where you do slip stitches with it's basically a mosaic knitting pattern, but like a super simple one, I think. So maybe that. But anyway, I started the sock, and I'm actually going to work on that instead of the sock for my daughter, which the one for my littlest, I'm through the cuff and have started just knitting stockinette. But I'm going to, even though the knitting fates said that's what I should start, I'm not going to not work on it, but I am going to put this in higher priority because it's for a birthday. It's not going to take me a month to knit a pair of socks probably, but I just want to make sure I have the time to do it. Okay, I'm going to, sorry, that's very shiny. I think I definitely did 2 rows on the wedding blanket today, maybe 3. But I'm going to go to Andrew's for dinner, and then depending on, I don't know how long I'm going to be there. If he is sleepy, then I'll only be there for a few hours. But if he is not sleepy, he doesn't have to work tomorrow. So if he stays up really late, then I'll be there until I have to come home so my roommate can go to work. So if I'm not there very late, I'm going to work on the wedding blanket at least 1 more row tonight. Hey, sunshines, happy Sunday the 19th. Did I record this morning? I feel like I said that already. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I am in my car about to leave Andrew's house, and I want to talk about some audiobooks real quick. So I am about to finish The Boxcar Librarian by Brianna Labuskes. I think I said Labuskes. I'm on the very last disc, and there's only 2 tracks left. The last track is going to be, we hope you've enjoyed listening to this book on Audible. Not on Audible, on, what is this? On audio, blah, blah, blah. This book was so good. I liked it so much. It's a book about people who love books. I cried so many times while reading this book, or at least got misty-eyed. So, because it's going to be only enough to get me to the next stoplight, I'm going to start Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab, who apparently wrote The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I remember hearing a lot about, but I haven't actually read. I guess, is this, hold on. It doesn't say that this is a companion to that, but it does have 3 different perspectives, which is cool and interesting. It's 18 and a half hours, so this is what I'm going to be listening to next. Okay, first, let's all be so impressed with how clean my desk is. But also, look at this. This is actually kind of cute. I don't love... Sometimes we do things where, like, it's a round robin style, like, gift. Like, in the past we've done, like, a gift thing where it's round robin style or whatever. And I don't always love round robin style things, but I kind of like this because it's just words. Like, we don't have to go out and buy anything. 48 hours is a reasonable time to be like, hey, write a note to somebody. I don't know. It's kind of cute. And I'm totally going to go back and read the other notes and see who's already been written to and see if I can write to somebody who hasn't. I mean, maybe I'll write to somebody who's already been written to, or already been written to, but I'm going to try not to.
I
I love my students so much that sometimes I let it get me into moments. So, we see this. It's a pretty bad rip in a coat jacket. So one of my favorite 8th graders was like, I have a sewing emergency. Not his words. He doesn't talk like this, but basically he has a sewing emergency. His mom's birthday is this weekend. He has this, what is this? True Religion, right? True Religion. Hold on. Yeah, True Religion coat that he wants to wear for his mom's birthday this weekend, and it's got a big rip in it. He's like, can you fix it? So I'm not a seamstress, but I'm gonna try to fix this coat in a way that's not like ridiculous noticeable. It's a very expensive coat. I didn't realize that's what I was fixing when I said that I could try. Hey sunshines, happy Saturday the 25th of April. It is chilly and overcast today. And a brief interlude as my littlest gave me the rest of her grilled cheese. Anyway, checking in about the blanket. So it's at the foot of my bed there. There's only that much space to the head of my bed. It's about 2 repeats, which isn't an insignificant amount that I still have to do, but 2 repeats and whatever the border is. I don't remember what kind of border it calls for, but I don't think that this is enough to get me through 2 repeats on a border. So I guess I'm going to be picking up another skein of this yarn, which is fine, but a little frustrating because then I'm going to have a lot left over because these balls of yarn are ginormous. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, probably not today. I've also been working on Mickey the Mermaid. I am not quite finished with the body. I don't know off the top of my head how many more rounds I have to the body, but I'm getting close to the shoulders. And in the pattern, it tells you to sew on the arms, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather crochet them on as I'm finishing the shoulders. So I've started the first arm, and I'm more than halfway done with it. So I don't remember how much more I need to do, but I'm close. I think it would be really cool to get both of these arms finished this weekend. It's kind of what I'm aiming for, so that I can finish this by the end of May. Even though it doesn't have to be done by the end of May. It has to be done sometime in June. But it would be nice to have this finished by the end of May. Earlier in this vlog, or maybe last vlog, I don't remember, I talked about how I wanted to make a chronological list of projects that I wanted to do, and I've made that list and it's very sloppy because I was just writing it brain dump style as I remembered things. So like this is my rough draft of the list, and I'm going to write it more neatly in my journal. But this is what I have either already started that I want to finish in a certain time frame, or things that are already like percolating in my brain that I want to start and finish. I started a pair of blue and purple socks, which you will have seen in this vlog. Actually, why don't I just show those to you really quick? Last time you saw this sock, it was all the way up here. So I have finished the leg of the sock. I have done the heel turn and the heel flap, or I guess heel flap and then heel turn, and picked up gusset stitches. So I'm doing good on that. This is the first project that needs to be finished chronologically, and that needs to be finished mid-May. Plenty of time to knit a sock and a half, but I do want to keep progress on that. I'm going to do, I think, a whole video Hold on, let me get there. Then the next things I need finished are 2 Star Baby blankets, this wedding blanket that I just showed you, and the mermaid. Those 4 projects need to be finished by the end of May. And then I have summer projects that I want to do. And I think I'm going to do a whole video about my my sock bucket, summer sock bucket project, I think is what I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to do a video about that probably sooner rather than later. I don't think I'm going to wait until summer break to talk about that. But in that, this counts for that because this yarn, I'm going to make this pair of socks, but then I also have other projects that I want it to be used for as part of that challenge. And then 6 additional pairs of socks. Remember when I was talking about all those socks that I wanted to wind up to work into the linen stitch blanket, which I did do? Now I want to use those yarns this summer. So 6 pairs of socks and a pair of leg warmers for my littlest. I also want to do 3 cross stitches, which is the Spring Songbird, Cozy Nest, and Book Goddess. And rip out and reknit my sweater, the green sweater that I want to wear over my dresses. Summer's a great time to rip it out because the yarn will dry quickly once I reskein it and soak it and hang it up. That's a lot to do over the summer, but I don't feel like it's really that much to do. I'm not teaching summer school, so that frees up a lot of my time, honestly. And then by the end of the year, I'm sure this isn't the complete list. I have to look at my my bingo list to see if there's anything else that I need to start and finish. But right now I have the Diamondback socks, the Getting Down sock of the Partying Up and Getting Down. I think I'm like halfway down the leg. So 3/4 of a sock to go for that. My Muscle Bro-ish hat, Leslie's wrap, and the giant praying mantis for my niece, which I haven't started, but I think that I want to work on that during summer as well. But I don't have to have it finished until December. So I'd like to start it then. And then I have 2 blankets that I need finished next year. 2 of my scrappy blankets. The Hexapuff blanket, that's the next blanket that I need finished. I need it finished by June next year because it's my oldest kiddo's graduation blanket. What? Okay. And then I want, this one's going to be a little bit ridiculous and maybe I'll be able to do it and maybe I won't. September, I would like to have the Jelly Roll blanket, you know, the blanket that I just started. Did I start it at the end of last year? Did I start it at the beginning of this year? I don't know. I just started it, but I want it done by September next year. So I will have to be putting in a lot of effort on that blanket, but that actually means that I have to put in a lot of excuse me, a lot of effort on all of my other scrappy blankets because I do have yarns that I want to use up in other blankets first. So yeah, those are my list of things that I feel have deadlines. Of course, I have other projects that don't have deadlines, but I feel better having made this list so I can kind of plan out my next few months of crafting better because I have, of course, it's me, started a summer brain dump for all of the things that I want to have on my summer to-do list. So it's good to know what crafts I want to put on there. Hello, sunshines. Happy Tuesday, the 28th of April. I'm going to have a finished object today, but not something that I've talked about before. It's early in the morning. It's before work. I have this headband. I have a couple headbands, but this is the only one that really does what I need it to do, which is cover my full ear. And it's fine, but it's acrylic yarn, and so it gets kind of hot. Also, I need to fix the back of it because where I connected it is stretched out, so it's a little bit big. And I could do that. However, I kind of wanted another headband so I would have options. I wear this at work because it's springtime and I don't want my hair down because I don't want it touching me because that makes me too warm. But then my ears get cold and I have really, really sensitive ears, and I will have a migraine triggered by the fact that my ears got too cold. I don't know why it works that way. It just does. So I accidentally started a project. I have this mini skein in my stash, and I don't exactly know what it is, but it looks like a wool silk blend. So I have just made some solid granny squares, and this slightly stretched covers from ear to ear. And so now I'm going to finish it off by, joining it with like a chain in the back, kind of, or like two chains in the back. I'll come back and show you, but I'm just saying, I'm about to have a finished object today. I'd like to have this finished before I go into work so I can wear it today. And, I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's really beautiful. It's kind of nice that it's not a solid, but it's all like dark, moody colors. Also, it's National Superhero Day, and I am wearing the superheroes and supervillains of our world because where would we be without dinosaurs' dead bodies? I'm just saying. Oils, plastics, like superheroes and supervillains. Also, I just don't have a favorite superhero, and I don't own superhero clothing, but I do own dinosaur clothing. Hey, sunshines. It's Tuesday the 28th, which is after school now. I think I talked to you this morning specifically about wanting to make myself a headband. I did that. Let's see if I braided it into my hair. Sometimes that happens. Okay, I did not. Look how cute it is. So I did however many squares I did. 5 squares. And then I attached them as I went. And I did a foundation double crochet just long enough to attach them in the back. And then I did 3 single crochet rounds on either side just to bring it out a little bit, finish the edges off a little bit. And it's like this much too tight, but sorry, my alarm was going off.
You're allowed to sit.
Sorry, I had a child interlude because she needed me to watch one of her videos to see if she could post it. And I think I was about to tell you about progress on things, right? Yes. I am finishing up the second to last repeat on this blanket. I have, I think, 5 more rows before I start the last repeat. Something like that. Or like, I don't actually know where the repeats start and end. So what I'm talking about is like from here to here. I am here about to work this way. So I need this much left of the blanket, I think. I laid out the blanket yesterday, maybe. So yeah, I'm really close. So I'm hoping to finish off at least the bobble rows tonight. So like this much, 4 rows tonight. We'll see. We'll see. I also was working on this 716 knit sock in the colorway. Thank you for taking what I just said earlier and shouting it at me. So first sock is done. It's kind of like a rye sock out of fingering weight yarn. And then instead of casting on the second one, I don't know if my summer scrap basket video has come out yet or if it's coming out shortly after this vlog, but more details about a challenge that I set for myself. This yarn is in the basket. Child interruption again. So I have this yarn. It's in the basket and I've already made a pair of socks out of it. I want to make a shorty out of it. So I decided to cast on the shorty because this yarn is closer to being worked into everything than this yarn. And I don't know, it just felt like the thing to do today. So I did. Also, I don't really like, for some reason, I don't really like knitting socks back to back. I think I guess it's second sock syndrome, but I just want to use a different color. But I don't really get second sock syndrome. I like, not the way that some people do, where they just don't start the second sock. I do. I'm willing to do that, but I don't know. That's usually why I have so many pairs of socks cast on, so I can like finish all of the first socks and then finish all of the second socks. But this is just a shorty, and it's just one shorty, not a pair of shorties. Can you hear the train? I don't know if you can hear that or not. It's very loud. So yeah, the shorty is going to be my pocket knitting this week. So this is a ridiculous ask of myself, probably. I kind of want to get through the cuff, which is only 10 rounds, the leg, which is only 5 rounds, heel flap, heel turn, and pick up gusset stitches this evening on top of the 4 or so rows of the blanket tonight. That might be a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but maybe. We'll see. Is there anything else pressing that I want to work on tonight? I mean, the only long-term whips that I haven't worked on at this point in the month are my spinning projects, so maybe I'll spin a little bit tonight too. We'll see. Hey, sunshines. Happy Thursday, the 30th of April. Oh, I'm sleepy. It's bedtime for sure. Excuse me. But last update on things. So, first, audiobook, Buried Deep in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I was like not invested in it. Just like, it's okay. And then I think there's 18 discs. And then at the very end of disc 3, vampires. What? I didn't know that was going to happen. I'm in. I'm so excited. Very, very excited. I'm invested in the book. I didn't know that's what it was going to be about. I kind of read the back of the disc case like super quick, and it didn't say that explicitly. Yo, I'm so excited. It was an exciting like moment. It's possible that maybe that was made apparent earlier because something happened in the book and I was like, what just happened? But I wasn't listening hard enough and I was like, I don't want to go back and listen again. It'll be fine. But maybe I should have gone back and listened. So that's that I am more than halfway through. Yeah, more than halfway through the second Wandering Inn book. It's Fae and Fair, or Fair and Fae. I can't remember. For reading, I am not quite halfway through House of Breath and Sky. That's okay. And then for crafting stuff, I'm on the last repeat of the blanket. I am here on the last repeat, so I have this much left to go. So that's good. This will totally be finished by the end of May. I would have to stop working on it completely for it not to be done. Like, even doing half a row at this point would get me there. And then this is the sock that I started, the shorty sock out of the Nooch Fiber Arts yarn. And I am not quite halfway through the heel flap. Heels are just not my favorite thing to work on. It's not their fault. Well, okay, I actually don't mind heels, but like for pocket knitting, it's not effective because if I stop midway through one of the rows, then the needles tend to fall out, and it's not the same as knitting in the round. So it's not pocket knitting right now. It's okay. Hopefully this weekend I get it to where it's knitting in the round, and then it'll knit itself. And hopefully next weekend I have a finished sock, but you'll have to tune into the May vlogs for that. Ooh, speaking of, because it's my birthday month and I don't know, I'm feeling kind of away about my birthday. I would like to post a video every day in May. So this will be the first one, I'm sure. I'll try to post this on May 1st. But yeah, I'd like to post something every day. Not necessarily a vlog every day. I do have a few video ideas. Something that I'm already editing, and apparently when I recorded it, I anticipated posting it on May 15th. So I guess I already have my May 15th video. But mostly it'll be like little daily snippet type of vlogs, but some other videos in there as well. And yeah. I am trying to be excited for my birthday, but the birthday trauma is hitting hard. So we'll see. I think I'll make a specific talking about the birthday trauma. I think that makes sense instead of throwing it in here. So yeah. Thank you so much for joining me this month, and I love the discussion. So if you have questions about anything, put them down below. What's bringing you joy right this minute? I would love to hear about it, because the moment that I realized what the audiobook in my car was, I got so excited. I was just like, I'm very excited now. I will talk to you again so soon. Bye for now.